Hi, I'm Jennet Ingle, the 5-Minute Reedmaker. If you're watching this on YouTube, would you go ahead and click subscribe for me? Maybe even notify, and this way you always know when I drop a new episode, and it'll make it easier for other people to find my show. Today, I wanted to talk about an email that I got several months ago. I have already responded to this person, um, asking the following question. Caitlin said, "Hello, Janet. Thanks so much for generously sharing your reed making knowledge. I really appreciate it. You've been the main source of oboe reed info for me. I recently lost my oboe reed case, 20 reeds, and now I have to start over. Your Finding Joy in Reed Making video helped, but I'm still upset. Do you have any tips about starting a new reed collection, or how to take the pressure off of making them?" Oh, what a horror. What a horror. I have entire long stressful dreams about losing my reed case, losing my reeds, losing my instrument, um, having to hunt it down in some like mysterious place. Uh, and the reed case, it's not just reeds for the instrument. Like it's quite a lot of history and work and love and craftsmanship and concert experiences and breaking in. Like so much has gone into the creation of those 20 reeds. Some of them might be months old. Some of them might be still in there because one time they gave you the most beautiful solo. Some of them might still be in there because, like, that occasionally you just need a really easy, really specific kind of read. Some of them might be there because, they're a little under pitch or a little over pitch and you made them for some specific gig and you might need that again. Like these are situations that recur and that come back to us. Some of them might have been being broken in and they might be just about exactly ready to hit their peak. And so the thought of losing all of that history in the form of these just little damp pieces of wood um, is really upsetting. And the thought of losing that entire funnel of reeds that are almost ready, reeds that are just at their peak, reeds that are a known quantity, reeds that are comfortable. Like, what an alarming experience. So, I feel for you, Caitlin. And in terms of how are you going to recover, how are you going to recreate this reed case? I don't think it can happen fast. And I don't think it can happen if you are actively in a state of panic. So my first thought is, how can you take the pressure off yourself? Do you have enough time before your next gig to actually make another read or two that you feel really good about? Like, what do you know about your own read making speed, your own read making pace? If you are in a situation where you need a read right now, I would not put yourself in your read making chair and, work until 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning trying to make something happen. I would buy something. I would purchase a read from somebody. I would borrow a read from a friend. I would tweak it until I had something that I knew I could at least show up with. And once that pressure is alleviated, then I would sit down and I would just start my funnel. The little assembly line that I would start is, if my normal pace is 3 reads a day, I might make 5. If my normal pace is 1 read a day, I might make 3. Just batching yourself in your normal read making time a few more than you normally would, and spend a little bit of time every day moving them through your cycle, moving them through the steps. For me, if I wind, that's day 0. I have a day 1, day 2, day 3 scrape. And then on day 4, I might practice on the read a little bit, tweak it a little bit more. Day 5, I might practice on it. Day 6, I'm ready for the orchestra. This is, my system, of course. But what is your system? And how can you de-emotionalize the process? I'm imagining you 4 days into this new pipeline process, with 4 days in, so like maybe 12 reads in your case, but none of them are ready yet. I can imagine that feeling awful, little bit panicky. But remember, you've still got that one that you borrowed, bought, or stole early on. You're still okay. And once these 12 reads begin to really flow into your actual finishing process, you're going to feel a lot better. Having reads in multiple stages, to me, is what abundance feels like in my case. I know that I can pick up any of those mostly finished reads and tweak it to my comfort level, tweak it to fit the stage, the hall, the repertoire that I'm playing this week, that I'm playing tonight. I know that if I've got a consistent set of day 3 reads, day 2 reads, day 5 reads, like, I can play on something. So, to reiterate, and obviously this video is not just for Caitlin. Her email came in months and months ago, but I was speaking with a different client recently who was in a little bit of the same situation, who said, I've got plenty of reads, but most of them aren't very good. And when I want a good read, I find myself working late into the night, stressfully trying to make a good read work. And my advice for that person, and my advice for you, if you are watching this and you are not happy with the quantity and quality of what is in your case, is build yourself that little assembly line. Make sure you've got something, right? Like, establish yourself one safety read that you can play on, that you can enjoy. And if you have one good read, it takes the pressure off, and you should not rest on your laurels, because reads age, reads die. We're always, as oboists, we're always trying to feed that funnel, trying to bring that assembly line along so that when we need it, and we always need it, we can grab a new read. Ultimately, the reads will age, the reads will, move on through your case, the reads will die. But having a variety of options in your case, and having a variety of options in your pipeline, is, I think, the answer. Reads are an abundant and renewable resource. Even if you had all 20 of your read slots filled, you couldn't count on it being being perfectly happy all the time, right? Things change. You always have to make more reads. I hope that this has been helpful. This has been a 5-minute Reedmaker lesson. You can follow these short videos right here on YouTube. You can subscribe if you wish. I hope you will. And if you would like to get in touch with me to order reads or cane, or a copy of my book, The Happiest Musician, or if you wanted to email me with a question I could answer in a future 5-minute Reedmaker video, you can find me at my website, jennetingle.com. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.